Hi, fabled friends. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am so excited to give you a tour of my Zodiac Island called Libra Lake. I am a proud Libra, and of course, I had to name the entire island after my sign. And we do have a nice lake in the middle of the island with the Libra symbol as well, which I'm very proud of. I think it turned out quite nice. So, my idea for this island was that I wanted to be able to basically travel through the entire zodiac calendar. So, each section of my island represents a different sign in the zodiac. And I did choose all of these villagers very specifically. Each one of them does have a birthday in the correct zodiac sign. And we've got a bunch of really cute, sweet ones. So we have my Libra flag right here. And let's get started in the tour. So here we have my entrance. There's definitely a blue and white and Greek and Roman kind of vibe to this island because I felt like it went nicely with the zodiac theme. And along the front of the island, I just have a nice little kind of boardwalk feeling kind of area. This is definitely a nice little area to sit and wait for some guests if you're waiting for somebody to come from the airport. And we have some cute little souvenirs that you can grab and just little tiny shops and kiosks that you can go to. I have a tiny little beach right here and I just decorated it really simply with just some, standard beach materials with some beach chairs and umbrellas and things. And we're gonna go to the right, and continuing on with this boardwalk, we have a little cafe where you can sit and have a little cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and it's just very sweet. And before we get into our first section, the Aries section, I'm gonna go down onto the beach. So here we have my campsite, and it's just very simply decorated. Again, I've got a couple extra kids tents here, and our little dragon Godzilla, who is there representing some of the God of War Aries vibes. I really like this campsite. It's just very simple and it was very easy to do. So we go through this little archway. We enter our first zodiac section, which is, of course, Aries, the first sign in the zodiac. I did collect all of the zodiac items that you can get through Celeste, and also, of course, each of the zodiac fragments. So every section will have lots of fragments for that specific sign. So here we have the Aries fragments, and we have the cute little Aries ram rocking chairs right here. Now, Aries is a fire sign, so for each of the fire signs, I do kind of have a little bit of a red theme in that section. So I used the red bridge right here and a couple more little like red accent details. And again, each house has these Greek kind of columns, just to add to that kind of Greek and Roman feel. We do have Klaus living here, and I feel like Klaus is the perfect person to represent Aries because not only does he very much represent the Greek and Roman vibes, he also has a very stern and kind of grumpy expression about him, which is what Aries are kind of known for. Again, they are ruled by Mars, the god of war, and so they are known to have tempers. I think now we will move on to our Taurus section, the next sign in our zodiac. Now, Taurus is an earth sign. So we have lots of greenery, lots of trees, this nice floral path here. And if we go up this incline, we have Stu's house. And again, Stu is the perfect villager to represent Taurus here. He is a bull, which is what Tauruses are represented by. We have the Taurus bathtubs that are kind of just grazing around. If you cross this bridge right here, this actually leads to our peninsula. And I put this cute little picnic. It's kind of romantic because Tauruses are known for being very romantic and sensual. So I have some little heart crystals. And also, Tauruses are known for loving wealth and the finer things in life. So I have a few little money trees scattered about as well. So if we keep going along, we will go to the next sign, which is, you guessed it, Gemini. Now, Geminis are so fun. I actually am a Gemini rising, so they are very near and dear to my heart. And when I think of Geminis, I just think of whimsy and fun. And so we have some of the plaza amusement park items here just to kind of make it feel really fun and exciting, because that's what Geminis are. I also have on the beach right here, oh, hi Blue Bear, how are you? I also have here on the beach just this little playground, again, to represent the youthfulness of Geminis. Now, of course, Geminis are represented by the twins, and so to kind of show that off, I decided to use these little garden gnomes, and I have them in twos to represent the twins. Now, I don't have a villager for Gemini because, of course, you can only have 10 villagers on your island, and there are 12 signs in the zodiac. So I had my daughter just make a house, and she is repping Gemini, even though she's actually a Virgo. Now we'll move on, and here is Cancer. Here is the Cancer section. Cancer is a water sign, so I do have just a little hot tub right here to kind of represent that. I have a little puddle right there too. And Cancer is represented by the moon. So I do have this little crescent moon chair here, which I absolutely love. I think this is one of my favorite items in the whole game. It's so cute. And I have another little moon right here and a nice little picnic spot where you can sit and enjoy the double moons. It's almost kind of like Star Wars. When I think of Cancer, I think of nurturing and loving and sweetness and just being really like family oriented. And so I made this little family dinner setup over here, kind of as if maybe everybody's coming in together and having a Thanksgiving dinner or something like that. And of course, as we just saw, we do have Miss Blue Bear here representing Cancer. As we go on, we are now at the back of the island already. So I have another little boardwalk that just kind of runs along the back of the island. And just very simple decorations. I have a nice little spot where you can do some stargazing with a little telescope. Along here, I have a little rock peninsula kind of. And so I decided to just make this into maybe a little like wedding spot or elopement spot. And I think it's really cute. I think it would be a really nice spot to get married if you wanted to. So now we're going to actually go up this incline here, and this will take us to the next sign in the zodiac, which is Leo. Now, Leo is known for being very outgoing and loving being the center of attention. They are ruled by the sun, which of course is the center of our solar system. And so it's only natural that they would love to be up on stage. So I made kind of this little tiny band area. And I just imagine like any Leo wanting to come up here and be up on stage and have everybody's eyes on them. Leo is a fire sign. So again, I have these tiki torches and I have some red accents like these little red floor lights here. And we have the perfect villager to represent Leo here, and that is Elvis. So the item for Leo is actually a Leo sculpture, and that is a wall item that you can only put inside of your house. So I actually made this little design so that I could put it on these simple panels right here, so that we could still have it out here. We go along now, we have Virgo. Now, I have two Virgos in my family. My husband is a Virgo and my daughter is a Virgo. So I feel like I know Virgos and the Virgo state of mind quite well. Virgos are an earth sign, so again, we have lots of greenery, and Virgo is known for being perfectionists and having lots of attention to detail. So I thought for the Virgo section, we could have some nice symmetry. And I think that every Virgo would appreciate the symmetry and the attention to detail that I have put in this section. We have lots of Virgo fragments. We have the Virgo harps that are placed perfectly, symmetrically in different spots. And we have living here Ione, who I think is just the perfect villager to put on this island. She has the beautiful galaxy tail, and I just had to have her on this island. So she is our resident Virgo here on Libra Lake. And speaking of Libra Lake, it's time to go up this incline, and we enter the best section in the entire island, and that is the Libra section, where my house is. Now, the inside of my house is not decorated, but I am very happy with how it looks on the outside. We have lots of lights around it. We have all of the Libra scales, and they are perfectly balanced, just like every Libra will want. We love harmony and balance, and we also are ruled by Venus, and so we love romance, and so I have lots of little heart crystals placed around this area. So this is my house. Okay, moving on, we're gonna go back down around this incline to our next sign, which is Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is a water sign, so I decided to represent that through this pool that I made using codes, and I absolutely love this. This is probably one of my favorite builds that I did. I love these little swan and peacock tubes that you can sit on, and I love the Scorpio lamps that are used to kind of accent the pool in each corner. We also have another little water feature here with this pond, and I just really love this section. I think it turned out really nice. Scorpio is represented by our boy Bam, and I think that Bam is a good representation of a Scorpio. Scorpios are known for being kind of intense and known for their ruthlessness and secretiveness, and I feel like the fact that this area is in the back corner of the island kind of represents its secretiveness. It's kind of sunken down. Now, before we move on to the next sign, we are going to head back here and finish up our little tour of the boardwalk back here. On these rocks, I just have very simple decoration with a little column, and I believe this is supposed to be the Rosetta Stone. And we have a nice little place to sit and enjoy the starlight and read a book. And right here, again, we have another little stargazing spot where you can sit and enjoy a picnic under the stars. And if you keep moving on, we have my secret beach, which really isn't that secret on this island. It's got kind of a big spotlight on it. And I kind of made this into a little bit of kind of a dock because I have a couple boats here. And then if you keep going on, again, we just have very simple decorations. We have a little cafe where people can sit and enjoy the water and the scenery. So very, very simple, but I think it turned out really nice. All right, so now we're gonna go back up here and onto our next sign, which is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign again, and so I do have a few red elements, maybe not as much as some of my other areas, but I do have some red flowers to represent the fire. And when I think of Sagittarius, I think of travel. Sagittariuses are known for being adventurous and for being very explorative. And so I decided to use all of these cool travel items that the game has. and I thought it would be a fun way to incorporate them. And so we've got Stonehenge and the Statue of Liberty and this little hula girl and Leaning Tower of Pisa, some little Russian nesting dolls, lots of fun things to represent that adventurous spirit that Sagittarius has. We do have Blanche. Our girl Blanche is our representative Sagittarius on the island. The Sagittarius arrow is a wall item, and so I decided to use these red bow and arrows to represent that instead. So this is Sagittarius, and I really love this area. It's really fun and very different from the rest of the island. Now we'll go on to Capricorn. Capricorn is represented by the goat. So of course we have to have our man, Sherb, who I feel like Sherb has been kind of stalking me my whole Animal Crossing life because I have had him on every single island, but I could not pass up having Sherb on this island because he is just the perfect little Capricorn boy. We've got our Capricorn statues here, and when I think of Capricorns, I just think of hard work and responsibility. And Capricorn is also an earth sign, so what better way to showcase all of that than by having a little farm? I loved doing this little farm. I like that it's like kind of different from other farm builds that you see because it does have all of this structure around it with the columns and with these paths. And I think it turned out really, really nice. Then we're gonna go up here, and this is where we find Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, and that works perfectly because here we have Quinn, the eagle. I believe she's an eagle. And so birds are perfect for air signs, of course. And when I think of Aquarius, I think of innovation and intellectualism, and just being very like visionary with science and art. And so we have a lot of kind of science-y type items on this section. I do have a little painting section right here too. And yeah, we've got a little rocket ship, and I've always thought these lights kind of look science-y, and some little desks where they can work on their ideas because, like I said, they're just very innovative. I have a lot of Aquarius friends, and they're really cool people. So then down this incline, we are about to reach our last sign already. We're gonna go over this bridge, and here we are in Pisces, rounding everything out right here. And Pisces is a water sign, again, represented by the fish. And so we have all of these nice fish lights that are scattered around. We've got a nice little river here. And I had to use some of the little fishing items for Pisces, of course, and make this little koi pond using just the same codes that I used for my Scorpio pool. When I think of Pisces, I think of being very imaginative and empathetic and almost kind of mystical. And so I have a little fortune teller area here because I feel like Pisces are kind of known for almost being kind of psychic in a lot of ways. We have Judy here, and she is so sweet. And again, just like Ione, she is one of those galaxy villagers, and I just feel like she's too perfect for this island. So of course I had to have her when I saw that her birthday was Pisces. Okay, so that ends our little tour of all the zodiac signs. I hope you thought that was fun, but I'm going to finish up showing you the rest of my island. Down here, we have a little beach restaurant. I have a little beachside band going on here, and we've got a couple different tables with different food items. And this is very simply decorated as well, but I think it looks nice. So this leads us all the way back to the entrance of my island by the airport. And now we get to go into the interior section of my island. So if you cross this bridge, it brings you right here to resident services. And I think first we're gonna go over to the right again. And we just have a nice little road. It's kind of city core-esque, I guess. And we've got a cute little scooter, and we've got a little gazebo here, and a little painting area where you can sit, and somebody has been painting the Starry Night, which is perfect for this island. And we just have some nice little places to sit and relax. If you go this way, it leads you back into our Taurus section. And then up here, we finally reach our Libra Lake, as the name of the island suggests. And here you can see the Libra symbol in the center of the lake, and I really love that. I think it's so fun, and I think it turned out really nice. Here we have a little fountain that's directly behind resident services, and if you keep going to the left, we've just got a little lighthouse here. And if you go down real quick, this is just the other side of resident services, and again, it's just a nice simple little road here with some simple decorations. And then if you go back up here and turn to the left, this leads us to our shopping district, which is the last section of my island. I love this section. I think it turned out so great. It's like a little plaza. We have a nice little canal in the center of it. And if you go down here, we just have some simple cafe tables where you can sit and have something to eat or drink and relax right by the river. And then if you keep going up here along the canal, we have lots of little booths and shops where you can go and get some balloons or some souvenirs. And then right here to the left, we have our Able Sisters, and it's a very small area, but I just decorated it with some of the standard Able Sisters items, like the clothing racks and a sewing machine and a mirror. And then if you keep going up, this does lead right here. We have an incline that leads back up to Sagittarius. And then we have our museum. And if there was an island that the museum fit very well with, it's this island. It very much has a Greek and Roman vibe to it. It almost looks like the Parthenon in Greece, and it's got the columns, and it just worked so perfectly. And I did situate my house directly behind it. And I just think altogether it looks very grand, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And then if we keep going down, we reach our Nook's Cranny, of course. And I built this kind of little, again, a little plaza directly in front of it where you can come and just like sit in front of the shop. And there's also some little items that you can look at. So very fun. So that wraps everything up. I hope you enjoyed this tour. It was really, really fun. And let me know in the comments which section was your favorite and what sign are you? I would love to hear. Bye.